Hey Anthony, do you like my new shirt?
Sure, man. It's cool. Could have been better.
What was that?
I said it could have been better.
You want to fight about it?
Yeah, I do. Let's go, chump. Hold on a second. We don't need to fight.
We don't?
All you need to do is go to 86.com and choose from one of their many designs. Franchises range from Skullgirls to Street Fighter and even BlazBlue. And if you check out 86 through this Twitch channel, use 86.com/?AFF=4 to let them know that Mission Star Podcast sent you. We'll be back with Alex here shortly, but we're going to transition to our guest for tonight, and she's going to talk about Pokemon.
Yay! Pokemon, because it's one of the few games coming out November 15th of Pokemon Sword and Shield. So yesterday, the Pokemon community was watching a stream by the actual Pokemon company on their YouTube channel. It was a 24-hour stream revealing different Pokemon in some kind of forest-looking region of like Phantom, Pikachu, a new Pokemon. There was like 2 new Pokemons they revealed. One of them was called Impidimp. It was revealed at E3. It was like a little fairy demon, and it looks horrifyingly scary but adorable. And the other new Pokemon is actually, from what everybody's speculating, to be the new region version of Ponyta. It looks so adorable. It's like a baby unicorn. And there's 2 forms of it. One of them has a tail. The other one does not have a tail. And from speculating with some of my friends, like, you know, through Facebook and all that, we're chatting to try and figure out what typing it could possibly be. Me, personally, I want to say it's a ghost fairy or ghost fire. But half of my friends are saying there's a good chance it might be fairy. And I'm sitting here like, it just looks like a ghost pony, and I will name it Steve. I do not care. I will grab that pony and name it Steve. And they're like, why?
What surprised me is when they were announced that there's a 24-hour stream of it.
Yeah.
I vaguely looked up before this podcast, and correct me if I'm wrong, was it just like a stream of like just a scene, like nothing? Pikachu occasionally would walk across, and then eventually you get the reveal.
It wasn't just Pikachu. Like I said, there were some other Pokemon in there, like Morel, which was one of the mushrooms from Pokemon X and Y. The Shitonic, which is the evolved form of Morel from X and Y. Phantom from X and Y. Pikachu, of course, making an appearance. Impidimp being the new little fairy demon that was revealed at E3 this year. And obviously the new region form of Ponyta, which was basically the #1 reason why they did the 24-hour stream. And no joke, it was so boring to watch.
I would imagine so, but I'm assuming...
I'm literally sitting here, I'm like, I'm just gonna check Cerebi. I'm not even bothered watching. I'm just gonna check Cerebi, seeing what they're talking about. And literally, Cerebi's just been constantly up to date saying, oh, this is what happened. This is what happened. Pikachu close to the screen. Oh, look, we got more scenario of what the new Pokemon looks like. Oh, we don't know this. And then next you know, near the very end of the stream, they revealed 2 versions of the region version of Ponyta. And everyone's like, oh, it's so adorable. We're going to draw 20 billion fan art of it and post it up the next day. And I'm like, oh, dear God. But I will admit, it's adorable. And everybody's... The 2 big speculations from what I'm hearing around, people are saying that it could be a pre-evolved form of Ponyta, or, since it's a new version, that it could possibly evolve into a Pegasus, since it has a little unicorn horn. So, there's huge speculation about what this new Ponyta will be, but I will admit, the fact that it glows makes me laugh and all giggly, because it looks too adorable. Like, I cannot hide it, it's just too stinking adorable.
I just like the fact that they literally did an entire 24-hour stream with almost nothing on it, and I would assume there were at least thousands of people watching.
I'll put it this: the dislike button is more than the like button. Like this is exact similar scenario, like the Pokemon Company, but this is similar scenario to what Pokemon Go did for the Team Rocket invasion. They had a whole 24-hour stream. Waiting for the reveal of possibly Giovanni ending up in Pokemon Go, just, oh, honky-dory. No, they didn't reveal anything. They just said, oh, we're just gonna have a 1-hour event in Pokemon Go dedicated to just you going find the Team Rocket stops and go battle. And it's like, everybody got so salty. It was like, wow, that was a big waste of time for pretty much nothing.
I would figure that this is the thing that people would ironically like, and just like it.
They hyped it up too much. The problem is, they hyped it up so much to where when the actual reveal happened, everyone's like, "You made me hype up for practically nothing." Wow,
that's interesting.
It was bad, but for this, when they showed the new Pokemon, the new Ponyta, everybody was like, okay, we could somewhat get along with that. But the downside is it was a 24-hour stream. That's what kind of irks me a little bit, because it was just way too long. No one's going to stay up through 24 hours waiting to get a picture of the new Ponyta when they could have revealed it in like a 2-minute video like they did with Fetched, the new form of Farfetch'd. The Sword exclusive one.
Well,
and it would make more sense to do that.
I would say that nobody would stay up for that. It's like, well, I think there are probably certain people that are out there would do that.
Well, I mean, they would do it just to get the information, like oh, this happened. But when you actually like really think about it, people just like, yeah, no, we don't honestly care. They just want the information of like, here's what the new Ponyta looks like. This is what it looks like. We don't know anything else. We don't know if it's gonna have an exclusive move. We don't know its typing. We don't even know like that much. We just know it exists. But it looks adorable. And the other interesting thing about this game, from besides the Pokemon reveal of the new Ponyta, I was talking to one of my friends about this, and he was actually really surprised. And I somehow convinced him to buy the game, because I was actually really good at that. But I told him, in the new game, you have a chance to change the nature of the Pokemon. So, like, for example, when you play competitive Pokemon, one of the Pokemons I personally use is a Timid Gengar. Timid Gengar can outspeed, let's say, a Adamant Gengar. Adamant Gengar is known for physical attacks. Timid Gengar is basically known for, I'm gonna hit hard with a Shadow Ball, but I'm gonna outspeed you. So Timid means we're gonna outspeed you. And let's say you have the Adamant Gengar in the Pokemon game. Yes, Gengar is, by the way, in Sword and Shield. I'm super happy about that, because Gengar. But apparently in the game, there's a way you could change the Adamant nature to a Timid nature that could make it competitive to play, which is going to be a huge game changer, because that's going to open up the doors to possibly more competitive teams. And there's a huge possibility that we're going to even see Pokemon we never thought of to put on a team, which is going to be pretty damn ridiculous. Like, 1 year in the Pokemon video game community, when it was one of the finals, someone used a freaking Pachirisu with a Garchomp. Pachirisu, that little squirrel, electric squirrel, used competitively in a battle to the point where people are like, how is that stinking possible?
Well, because if you train it right, like literally if you get the right stats, anything can be
competitive, yes. But at the same time, no one would expect a freaking Pachirisu. Everybody, expects Garchomp, Gengar, freaking what other big
no
name
one's
one.
thinking outside the box, so the one time somebody does, everyone freaks the shit out.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's a huge deal, because like, who would have thought that a Pachirisu would be tanky enough to even take two Draco Meteors, which is considered the strongest dragon-type move? How is that stinking possible? To the point where even the company, the Game Freak company, noticed that and they created a special distribution of that specific Pachirisu used in the competition and spread it around nationwide. So that's actually really surprising how big of an impact that little thing happened. So the fact that you could change the natures of the Pokemon in Sword and Shield, it's gonna change the competitive side big time. And some of the Pokemon that are not in this game, like there's a few I noticed that are not in the game. The ones that are not included will be included in a future game, according to what Game Freak said in one of the articles I was reading by, I think it was Newsweek. They actually said whatever Pokemon is not in this game will be in the next one. Because they're mainly, from what it looks like, they're mainly focusing on trying to make this region new, obviously, with the new Pokemon and more of the story and more of the elements. But everybody right now in the Pokemon community, they're saying, bring back National Dex! And it's like, you guys are going to get over 500 Pokemon already to mess around with. Do you seriously need 1,000 in there?
Yeah, and
it's too much.
And we talked about it kind of in the pre-show, like, I think what this game is doing is great. I think that focusing just on this region and just the ideas of new Pokemon and other stuff into this one region makes it much more of a complete game. To
Not
me,
just that, but it's also more accessible.
Exactly.
Because the fact is, it's gonna be released November 15th, right before the holidays. No joke, a lot of new kids that are barely going to get the new Switch Lite that was released September 15th, they're going to get their hands on literally Pokemon Sword and Shield, Luigi's Mansion 3, probably Mario Odyssey because that's still a popular game, Smash Brothers. They're going to get their hands on one of the biggest games, and everybody's saying, oh, bring back the competitiveness. It's already implemented in the game. The only thing is, people are not thinking, what about the newer trainers that are going to get the game during the holidays? That's number one, because that Switch Lite, that's going to open up a lot of doors for a lot of kids to play that game.
Yeah.
Because the original Switch itself, it's already like $325. I say $325 because you got to include the tax. But around $325.
Yeah.
Tax included! But
yep.
$325 for just a normal Switch, and that's a lot. Plus, you got to pay for the game alone, being around $60, plus online, which is $20 a year. So with that, it's almost around $420. That's a lot just for a holiday gift with just the original Switch. But with the Switch Lite being around $200, that's gonna save a lot of money. So that's why.
Yeah, and obviously I think that Nintendo did this on purpose. Like, of course they're gonna release a mini Switch per se with the Nintendo Lite. Like it's gonna sell like hotcakes, and with the new Pokemon coming out, it's gonna be absolutely the perfect thing for it. So
exactly, Pokemon's being released.
You do have to remember though that somebody's actually gotten their hands on one of these lights, took it apart, and they found that the control sticks on it are the exact same ones that the Joy-Cons were having issues with.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
the drift
Joy-Con.
controls, yeah.
Yeah.
Drift
so
controls.
That's something that kids not going to care about, but anybody who like actually pays attention to it,
that's gonna be number one. They gotta fix like really quick, because even like when I'm playing at times, I rarely get the drift, but at the same time, it is one big problem they have to fix, especially with upcoming games. Like I said, Luigi's Mansion 3 coming out on Halloween.
Where you need the precision.
It's so needed.
Well, the thing about that is I don't think they're going to fix it just because of the way that the controller is designed. It is obviously a design flaw. If they
fixed it. They fixed it for the Joy-Cons.
Did it really?
But here's the thing. You have to send it to Nintendo for them to fix it, and then they return it back. That's the problem.
For the old ones, yes, but for the new full Switches, they are not being sold with those. They're not being sold with the Joy-Cons that had the issue. They're being sold with the brand new ones that don't have the problem.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
You beat me on that information. I did not know.
Yeah, so what it is that Nintendo got lazy. They had a bunch of shit.
Of course they did.
They had a bunch of shit left over and went like, well, how do we make money off this crap? Sell it as something new.
But at the same time, the newer Switch, the newer original looking Switch, a lot of people are saying are better to the fact that it has longer battery life, which
Yep.
literally was the one issue that they freaking had to fix on the original one. Like, no joke, the original one lasts like 5 hours and it dies. And it's like, are you kidding me? And then when you do play the new one, it lasts like, what, 8-9 hours? And it's like, why didn't they do this at the beginning? But from my understanding, I want to say they went a little bit lazy due to the fact that they were trying to meet the deadline of actually launching the Switch, because everybody's expectations were so stinking high.
I don't think it was expectation. I mean, obviously it was, but I don't think it was because they needed to cave to that pressure. I think it was just Nintendo trying something that, you know, think that would work, and it didn't. And then they didn't realize it till afterwards, or enough outcry from people saying like, "Hey, your Joy-Con sticks are drifting. Fix this."
The problem
and I think with the battery life too, that was a conscious decision on their side, because it's not hard to find bigger batteries. I think what that was is, I think what that is that Nintendo has always been a very much like, you need to take breaks, not do long gaming sessions. So by having shorter battery life, they can try and do that.
I think that was their main goal, because they even noticed how many kids literally sit, or even not just kids, even adults. Right now, look at the Smash community. They sit there for 16 hours, bleeding their eyes, turning red, to try and compete in Smash, and it's like, you guys need to take a break. Breathe. Please. Yep.
Yeah.
So they're a little bit worried at the fact that there's so many people hooked on it for so long that they don't understand. Like, they put a shorter life in there so you guys could take a break from gaming and go enjoy real life. You know, go hang out with your family, go hang out with your friends, go outside. You know, just enjoy life away from gaming for a little bit. But it's just really interesting knowing that opinion of like the shorter battery life versus a longer battery life. That is actually really interesting.
I never
thought about that.
I like the fact that Nintendo has slowly become like this, almost like it's like a second parent, but like telling people like, in their games, you should go walk outside with Pokemon Go. You should sleep. Yes. You should sleep more with their new edition.
Oh, speaking of that, funny enough, the Nintendo actually is not. Nintendo did not create Game Freak. Game Freak is separate. Like, Game Freak and Nintendo, they're side-by-side companies, but Game Freak is the one that creates the Pokemon. So Game Freak and Niantic are the one that produced Pokemon Go, not Nintendo, surprisingly.
True. That's true.
So what it is Nintendo owns I think they either own Game Freak, or they actually own the Pokemon IP.
The IP. I think they own the IP.
I don't know which one it is.
Itself.
Yeah, so there's no way for Pokemon Go to have been created without Nintendo's nod.
Well, obviously.
Absolutely no way. They may have not been directly involved, because they don't get directly involved in a lot of their other third-party companies that produce for them.
Yet again, they're going mobile with some of their games, which is interesting.
Yeah, like I tried the new Mario Kart one.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Honestly, I think it's a little bit predatory though.
Yeah. I think that game, the way that it's structured with the monetization, I think is bullshit, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's not going to last very long.
Yeah.
I think it's structured too much to, we want to pull money and let's grab money. Because
they already freaking have Mario Kart on the Switch. Why do you need another?
Because money talks. They want more money.
It is a business. I will admit, it is a business. It's not just, it's not a family-oriented gaming company. It's also a business. And people don't realize they had to make certain choices due to business standards. Everyone's saying, oh, Nintendo, this and that, this and that. I'm like, you guys don't understand. It's a business as well. Not just, I'm friendly, but I'm a business. I got to put my foot down at times.
Yeah, they don't have that same level of freedom to just kind of do whatever, no matter what. Like
not as
most companies did. They have a fiduciary responsibility to actually make money and make their investors money. They have to post a profit every single quarter. If they don't, they can be taken to court. The company can be taken from them. All kinds of ugly things.
Ugly can of worms going to open up and be like, whoopsie daisy. Yeah. So that's why some people don't understand, like, they're doing some things due to a business aspect, not just because they had no choice. It's because of business. Like, There's some people I know that work at Nintendo, friend-wise, that tell me drop some clues, not too many, but they say, yeah, there's some things that we cannot reveal, but some of them are can of worms, and it's like, I don't want to get involved. I just want to go sit here. I'm good, guys.
Right.
No,
but
definitely.
it is very nice. But even like one of my friends who worked over there, she even told me like it's so worth trying to even just go. It's so worth it because they actually know how to treat workers right. They know how to do a lot of things. But you got to understand, it's not just family-friendly orientation, honky-dory fun, but it's also there's a business aspect, and you got to combine the two together. And that's what I think makes Nintendo unique compared to other companies, is because of the fact that they're appealing to all audiences, in my opinion, compared to other like areas.
I think they're opening up more to the adult audience, but for a long time they've only been focused on the children.
Yep.
The family orientation.
Yes.
Exactly. As I put it.
But I think they're opening up more towards the fact that, okay, a lot of our fans and a lot of people who spend money on our shit are adults because they grew up with us.
Exactly.
It's time that we open up this can of worms a little bit and we
just for them, just open it up a little bit. I mean, that's where Smash came into it. You know, freaking, we're gonna open it up a little bit more and put in more interesting characters like Bayonetta and all those guys, just because the fans that are older actually know these characters that are not suited for little kids.
the creator of Smash has said that this is it. He's not doing another one.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I'm gonna actually stop you right there because I actually read an article that I somehow did. The article actually mentioned he wants to do a game eventually, not right now. The problem is because he's focusing all his attention currently on the next set of DLC for this current game. So he's focusing everything towards Ultimate before he even thinks about the new game, because he wants to take a break after literally how many years of freaking work he's done. Thank God, Sakurai, that you're still doing good. But oh my God, like looking at the interview he did with about Banjo-Kazooie, he looks exhausted as hell.
I mean,
I feel bad.
Well, and there's a lot of things out there, and some of it might be just, fan theory and stuff like that, but there's a lot of things connected.
There's a lot of quotes theory.
Yeah, some of it comes from game theory. Shout out to Matt Pat. I've got Diet Coke.
Matt Pat, baby.
But what's going on is that there is a lot of things, like you have to kind of look around and piece together quotes, and because I don't speak Japanese, maybe it's bad translation.
Usually they have a translator with him all the time that acts him and Nintendo saying this.
Yeah. So what seems to be going on though is that he is getting tired of doing Smash Brothers. Like when he first did it, it was a thing of love.
Yes.
The second one,
same thing with Kirby. It's the same. The thing is, from what even I remember, when Iwata passed away a few years ago, him and Iwata were such close friends that basically the final thing, the Smash game that he wanted to finish was Ultimate in order to fulfill a wish, if I remember correctly, with Iwata saying, yeah, we finally did the one project that Iwata wanted to do for such a long time, put Smash on the Switch. So Iwata knew about the Switch existing before he passed away. The only thing is, that was the final wish, this is gonna happen, that's it. But there has been speculation and talk about him creating a new Smash game in the future, but for now, it has not been like 100% confirmed. It's just, speculations floating around the Nintendo Smash community, but people are saying it could happen.
Yeah.
Anytime soon. He's gone on the record to say that.
Well, like I said, it won't happen for a long time because his main focus right now is the new DLC characters that they still need to announce in DLC Season Pass number 2 with the next set of characters. That's his main core focus right now because he's not focusing on the new game yet. Just Smash, and that's the DLC stuff, and that's it.
And I think he's very happy with that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's hella happy. He's like, I don't have to work another day in my life.
I don't have to develop a game. All I have to do is bring the characters up on the line. Okay.
Your mic is too low.
I'm sorry. Is that better?
No.
Up.
Lord. Well, it's not. It's a headset. That any better?
Okay, yeah.
Yes, much better.
Much better.
Okay, it's because I walked a little bit too far away, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I snuck outside to have a cigarette.
We
cool kids, have a cigarette. But yeah, so I think it's just a matter of he's burnt out on actually creating the games, because the first game was a labor of love. The second game, he still loved the series, but it was more like they want me to make one. And then as you keep going, it's just like
it's a chore.
This game.
And then by the ultimate game, he's like, I am done. But he finished the one thing that him and Iwata did mention a while ago, like when Iwata was alive. Iwata and Sakurai did talk about putting Smash on the Switch, and that was the final, you could say, act of love for his friendship with Iwata before he passed away.
Well, and all these developers know about the consoles, and they have dev consoles well before anything.
Oh,
and when you work that closely, like when you work with Smash, all of that is IPs that Nintendo owns. They're going to give you the best information that they possibly can.
Oh, hell yeah.
So the fact that he knew the Switch was coming out well before anyone else, I'm not surprised about, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because keep in mind, he didn't reveal enough. When Iwata was alive, he didn't reveal too much of what was on. But when he passed away, that's when we found out, he had this problem where we didn't even know about the whole entire issue with Smash being on the Switch till literally when it was released. There's a book coming out. I forgot by who, but it's a Japanese book that talks about literally the friendships that like some of the workers had with Iwata. So it's like literally in memoriam to Iwata, this tiny little book that says like how he was a good mentor, a good friend, know what to say and all that stuff. And one of the interviews, if I remember correctly, but this was on the book, this is an interview I remember reading a while ago, that Sakurai and Iwata, they were literally talking about Smash, and that Iwata's like, I want to see Switch have Smash. And obviously Iwata passed away, and then Sakurai, I want to say in dedication, obviously it's not mentioned in the freaking Smash game at all whatsoever, which is kind of stupid in my opinion, but I want to say that he did it in memory of his friend, just to keep his promise saying, I did it, just for you. But I think we're not going to hear another Smash game for a while, unless Sakurai passes the torch to a worker that he truly confides in with all this. This is his baby. This is his pride and joy, like freaking Kirby, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
You will not give it away unless you really, really trust that person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that you're right. I think at some point we'll have another Smash game in the future, because Smash prints a lot of money. Who knew?
It does. It's one of the big ones.
Yeah, so like
I don't play Smash dedicated at all, and I've purchased Smash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. I don't play too competitive. I just like playing it with, my boyfriend, some of my friends I just like playing it. It's fun. Yeah. I love the characters they have in there. Freaking Mario Brothers for me. But you know what I'm saying?
I will say though, like, and on this point, this is probably going to be the best Smash Brothers game we'll see in a while.
Yes.
Just because you're not gonna get all these cameos that you have in this game, and how are you going to
how can you top it? There's no way.
Yeah, how are you going to top the amount of cameos and characters you have in this game as it is? So like,
you have Sans, for crying out loud.
Well, technically, I guess. Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
It's still Sans.
I know.
But
people went nuts. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, dude.
I went nuts for Terry, because fucking Terry's in Smash.
It's fucking Terry. There you go.
Yeah. So it's awesome.
But at the same time, you could. Okay, the one thing I will say before I shush, I feel this game, I don't know if you guys will agree with me on this one. You could feel the passion and the fact that he really did put his heart and soul and dedication to this game for Iwata. Like, that final wish. You could literally feel it.
Definitely.
Like, there's no doubt about it. Like, you could really feel it.
It's head and shoulders above the last game.
Absolutely. 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 So
I think that's what kind of makes this game so unique. Just because you could feel that dedication. Like, he really wanted to finish it strong. He wanted this to be the ultimate final wish for Iwata.
Can't wait for the next Smash game. Smash Penultimate.
Yes, whatever the hell that is.